guys, welcome to the Firearms Addict channel. Today we are going to have a Remington XP-100 Extravaganza. Just being silly here. Actually, what we're going to do is take a look at 5 different Remington XP-100's. XP-100's are a bolt-action pistol that was produced from 1963 until 1998. Let's take a look at them. They're highly accurate pistols, and I just love them. I've got them all laid out here on the table, and what we're going to do is shoot them in order of my acquisition. We have a 35 Remington. We have a 7mm bench rest, which actually was my second, but I actually was young and dumb, ended up selling my original one, buying an Intratec Tech 9 and getting some cash, which was quite stupid. So the one we're actually going to shoot second will be this XP in 223, and it has a black stock, which is quite rare. Then we're actually going to shoot the 7BR, followed by the 221 Fireball. This is the original design of the XP, and then they came out with the 14.5-inch barrel at a later period. And then my latest acquisition, which I have been dreaming about for many, many years, 34 years to be exact. This is a Remington Custom Shop XP-100 in 308. And I saw a magazine article back in 1988 about the XP-100, and that's what started me on this journey. Let's get down to shooting these. My first XP-100, this is in 35 Remington. And these are some reloads. Here we go. The XP-100 is a bolt action, and this has a right-hand bolt, and I have an extended eye relief scope on this that's made by Burris, and it is a 3-power on this particular one. The 35 Remington has a little bit of a wallop there, as you can see by the recoil, and I'm shooting at 100 yards. And I hope you heard the ding on the silhouette target. There we go. As I said earlier, XPs are quite accurate. I'm going to move this camera for... I want to try my luck at the 150-yard target up on the hill. Nailed it. That was one of the little circle targets on the Christmas tree out at 120. Let's move to the 223 now. This particular one, I have a 4-power Burris scope on it. That had a flash. I hope that picked up in the camera. Wow. That is quite the muzzle flash. I forgot about that. I hadn't shot this one in a little while. Nailing those 100-yard targets, no problem at all. I missed that one. That was my fault. I was trying to shoot his head, which is quite small on that silhouette target. Next, we're going to move to the 7BR, which stands for bench rest. This is a bottleneck case. They do not make these anymore. They're hard to come by. I do reload for these, and I actually still have some factory ammo. I actually recently picked some up at a gun show. On this particular XP, I have a Burris 3 to 12 power scope. All right, here we go. Nailed it. That 7BR wallops that target quite a bit. I think it's hitting close to as hard as that 35 Remington was. I just love these Burris long eye relief handgun scopes. I've got my particular favorites on scopes, and for handguns, for the long eye relief, I really like a Burris. They're just clear. All right, gotta get that piece of brass. The 7 bench rest brass, it doesn't come cheap, so I don't want to misplace any of them. This was a box of factory. Price was $17.99 whenever it was originally purchased. 7mm bench rest. Up next is the original XP-100 that was developed in 1961 and actually released in 1963 for sale. And this shoots a .221 Remington Fireball. .221 Fireball was developed by Remington specifically for the XP-100. It was a shortened .222, and the reason they did that was the short barrel length. This is a 10 3/4, I can't remember, barrel length, and they noticed that the powder in the .222 was not burning completely, so they developed a special cartridge to come out with their new firearm. And I bet back in, let me unload this. I mean, that thing even today looks futuristic, and back in 1961, I could just imagine what the public thought. Kind of neat. This particular one I have open sights on. This, when I purchased it a few years ago, came with a real early model aim point scope, and I have some plans for that, provided I can find a rifle to put it on. I'm actually looking for a Calico M100 22 long rifle. I just think that would be so cool with that retro aim point sight on it. All right, here we go. I don't want to lose these rounds either. You could still buy a .221 Fireball, but it's hard to find. All right, there we go. That sucker is moving. That's got a nice fireball as well. Hence the name, maybe. All right, last one. All right, there we go. Unfortunately, when I got this, it had that aim point scope on it, but did not have any sights. But I was able to get replacement sights from Gun Parts Incorporated, or Numeric Arms as it's also referred to. Up next is the Remington Custom Shop XP-100 in 308. I've been wanting to do this for 34 years. I'm shooting a 168 grain Sierra reload with 48.95. Recoil is not too bad on that. It's a little stout, but that heavy barrel tames it quite a bit. On this one, I am shooting a Burris 3 to 12 power scope. And this is a newly made scope. All the others are vintage from the time the XPs were released. So they're 90s vintage scopes or 80s vintage. So all I've done so far is bore sighted this. I'm actually not hitting the targets. Out at 100. I'm gonna move a little bit closer. I can tell a difference in the trigger pull on this custom shop version. Not that the other trigger pulls are bad, but this one is just super crisp. I hope you all like this video on the XP Extravaganza. Anyway, on this custom shop version at least, I'm going to do another video on it. Gonna work on getting it right on target and do some shots on paper just to see how she'll group. And hope you come back and check out that video. And if you like this, please hit that like button. Love to hear any comments, questions that y'all have. And please subscribe if you're not. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.